What's up, boys? We are back, week 5 of the NFL Monday Morning Quarterbacks podcast.
Welcome back.
Let's get it. As you can see, the records are updated in the top left. Tough week in the NFL. Connor's still on top, 35 and 23, followed by me and Big P, 34 and 24. Then we got Josh at 33 and 25, and we got Hefe, who actually did something that has never been done on the podcast yet. Hefe was 0 and 8 starting NFL Sunday on his picks. Just straight up picks. These aren't even spread picks. 0 and 8 on his picks, which is Hefe's not here to even defend himself. He might be in at some point. He's at the bar right now watching NBA. Classic Hefe. He knows the time and place we do this every week. He's like, yeah, you know, we might be there, we might not. He'll probably be here at some point, but yeah, I mean,
Look
that
at
was
his
just
look
wild.
at
He got 2 wins
look
on
at
the
his
week.
run
He was 2 and
stat.
11 on the week, which was just impressive, honestly. Like, I can't even be mad at like how poorly he picked. But he's 22 and 36 on the season, and so that's just tough for straight up picks.
Just straight up pick.
It was so funny because like in the 1 o'clock games, for him to stay defeated, the Patriots had to beat the Bills, and then the Colts had to lose to the Browns. And both happened in just crazy ways. Man. But yeah, we can do a little recap of last week if you guys have any games you want to touch on. I'll pull up what was going on. Make sure, yeah, we are
Yeah, I'll
recording.
recap the Colts game to start it off. Obviously, everyone knows I'm a Colts fan here, but a lot of controversy in that game. I think anyone's paid attention to social media, you've probably seen Jim Irsay lash out at the NFL. The NFL has announced as of I think yesterday or today that they messed up the call in that game. Not the first time they've done that. They've done that several times, but I guess technically you're not supposed to announce that, especially as the owner. And Jim Irsay didn't give a damn, and he tweeted it out. So he, in his tweet, he said he's calling for every flag to be reviewed under 2 minutes. I was wondering how you guys feel about it, but I'll just say how I feel about it first. I'm on board with it. I think you should probably throw no calls in there too. Everyone's gonna make the argument that the game slows down, but I would argue the game's already super slowed down. If you watch a primetime game, uh, they're cut to commercial every 5 minutes, and they stay at commercial for 3 4 minutes at a time. So it's I think the game's already slowed down. So I think to keep the integrity of the game, you should review flags. I'm thinking back to the Saints no call that pass interference that costed them a Super Bowl run. So I'm all for it, but I'm wondering what you guys think about it.
I think it's a terrible idea, and they should definitely not do that at all. It's going to slow down the game, and it's going to be impossibly slow. I mean, when you watch a game and there's 15 penalties, it's already painful enough. But if they're going to start reviewing all these penalties under 2 minutes, it's going to double the time. And we already saw them review penalties in the past, and it was the biggest disaster ever. Every pass interference that was reviewed, it was a worse call after the review than it was on the field. It's a terrible idea. It, you can't do it.
I
I
don't
mean, if you wanna have the refs be like full time refs and not part time refs, that's probably what you got to do.
Honestly, I think what you do as an alternative to both those is kind of what they're doing already. Is you have an eye in the sky, and if something's very blatantly wrong called on the field, the eye in the sky has the opportunity to mic down to the field and be like, "You got this wrong," before the next play happens. No penalty.
They do. They do that now
I
in
know
some
they kind of do it
some of
now,
them.
but it's not like you don't see it very often.
Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, that's definitely the
That's what
best way
happened
to
in
do
that
it.
Packer Lions game with Quay Walker when he got flagged like while the kickoff team was on the field on that when he jumped over the field goal unit. Like
Yeah.
it was the eye in sky just flagged down, which I don't know. I think that's good, but yeah, I agree. It's tough. Some of those calls are so like ticky tacky, and it's like different when you slow it down and you're watching it in slow mo, and like it's hard. But yeah, I mean the Colts just got that was tough for the Colts. Hate to see that for you, Connor. Love to see it for my pick, selfishly.
I think
Um,
it's hilarious. I love watching other fans suffer from terrible calls ever since the Seattle replacement refs killed us.
it is funny. Like, and I don't know why. I probably just get it the most from Lions fans because we live in Michigan and like most of our friends are Lions fans. But like the Lions fans love to just cry about everything. Like stuff could be going their way, and they're still on Twitter crying about Aiden Hutchinson getting held every play, and I'm like, y'all are like smoking. Like obviously not this week. Oof. Should we talk about that quick? Yikes! Lions fans get to come back down to earth a little bit. The Lions fans probably hate our podcast so much, and most of our friends are Lions fans, so it's even funnier. But I mean, I predicted the Lions to lose that. I didn't predict them to lose by what was it, 35-7 or something?
38-6.
38-6. Ooh. Yeah, they got. But one bright spot for Lions fans about that is you almost need one game like that in a season to just kind of like wake you up, prove that like, just humble you almost. It's like you see it every year with the team that wins the Super Bowl is like they have one just weirdly off game where they get smacked. And I'm not saying the Lions are winning the Super Bowl by any means. I don't even think they'll win a playoff game. But like I think in the long run, like it sucks like this week. It sucks to get smacked and it humbles them a little bit. But I think in the long run, it's actually a good thing for the Lions.
Start of the collapse. The yearly Lions collapse. This is the beginning. Get ready. Buckle in.
No. I mean, every good team chokes a couple. I think the Colts over the last 5 years against the Chiefs haven't lost a game. So what does that say? Are you saying the Colts are better than the Chiefs? Obviously not. Every good team drops one, and I think the Lions just had that. Same with the 49ers. They just dropped 2 in a row. I actually called that Niners game. I didn't call the Lions game. But yeah, you're going to have a couple games that you drop. I still think that Lions team's built for a Super Bowl, more so than the Eagles. I know that's kind of controversial, but I would take them over the Eagles and the Niners in the NFC.
Y'all keep hating on the Eagles, and the Eagles just keep winning, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong? The Eagles are great. The Niners are great. Purdy's in concussion protocol. Other than that, it's fine.
No, I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good. I think he's having what's he in his 4th year now?
It might be his 3rd, maybe 4th.
I get his 4th.
I think he's having a senior year collapse. Teams will figure him out. I mean, there's certain things that you just can't stop, like the tush push.
The only thing they aren't figuring out is the tush push. Dude, Doug Peterson, did you see him after the game? He was talking about it. He was so cocky about it. He's like, if other teams could do it as good as us, they'd be doing it.
I do think it's funny that certain people are calling for the ban of that play. I think Tom Brady ran a very similar play earlier in his career, and I think he had a similar success rate. Like, you just couldn't stop Tom Brady on the tush push or the QB dive, and no one was calling for it to be banned back then.
It's very true, but they also don't do it like 8 times a game.
Yeah.
Brady would do it like 4 times a season. Hurts is doing it like legitimately 6 times a game.
I mean, if you know it's coming, try to stop it. I think Kirk Cousins got stopped on the tush push against the Niners, and Fred Warner jumped the line and tackled him. So I think that's just what you got to do against it. But I don't think you should punish a team by taking that play away when they're just very talented.
I actually agree.
The Packers stopped the tush push twice in the same game. The only 2 times they ran it against us last year, I think it was. Watch the film. Go back, watch the Packers film.
We're the only team that stopped it, yeah. It's very, I don't know. No, other teams have stopped it, to be fair, but not often. They're like a 92%, like,
they just keep getting better.
They are getting better. Yeah, I agree that you shouldn't ban it. I feel like you shouldn't punish teams for being better than that play than other teams.
Yeah.
Just because they're really good at one play doesn't mean like you should just ban it. Other teams need to adapt and get better.
Agreement.
They didn't ban the Wildcat when Miami was suddenly good for like 7 games.
Ronnie Brown, Ricky Williams. That was peak Miami sucked.
Yeah. What's that?
That was peak Miami sucked at football, and then just like came out against the Patriots and ran for 400.
Right. Yeah, it was a hard week to predict in the NFL. I mean, I said that I think at the end of the pod that I don't know how well I'm going to do. This was a pretty hard week to predict, and the record reflects that, but still on top here. So I'm going to try to keep that rolling. But I think this week is going to be a little bit easier to predict than last week. I think we all did iffy.
It was a hard week.
McCaffrey broke the touchdown record this week, I think, right?
16 straight.
Yeah.
16 straight games with a touchdown.
That is absurd. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
That's cool. The only other game I want to touch on is the Packer Broncos. Selfishly, What do you boys think about that? I got my own
I think
opinions.
the Packers are dead. If you can't beat the Broncos with what's his name, Sean Payton, and a broken Russell Wilson, you're at the bottom of the league right there
Not
with them.
broken. He's not broken.
They're broken.
Drunk me went over this last weekend about how it's not Russ's fault what's happening in Denver, and I still stand by Drunk me's words. I don't really know what happened in that game. All I know is that like the Packers fans that were talking shit when the Bears did it absolutely can't continue to talk shit now that they also did it. So I think the Packers and Bears belong in the same conversation.
I think the Packers played a really good game. I'm really proud of everything they did out there. I think the refs robbed it from us. I think we absolutely dominated the Broncos the whole time, and there was about 17 bad calls that went against us. So if they just made better calls, the Packers would probably be undefeated at this point. That's my take on it.
Sounded a lot like a Lions fan there, Josh.
Well, that's my imitation, you know.
Okay, there you go.
Classic. My thoughts on it. It's hard to tell whether it's J Love's fault or not on offense. I was like hard on the train that J Love looked terrible in this game for the first time. And Kurt Benkert actually on Twitter kind of like brought me to the realization that it's not Jordan Love's fault. Like he was breaking down a lot of these plays, and there was like I'm a little more like LaFleur's offense from our POV has looked abysmal, and it looks like it's just so uncreative. He doesn't trust Love to throw the ball downfield. It's a lot of screens. It's a lot of very short passes and a lot of runs up the middle to A.J. Dillon, which Dillon actually had a nice game again. But, like, it's just frustrating when you have a guy as talented as Aaron Jones and he's just not getting the ball. But Benkert was breaking down, and it's a lot of, like, plays where it's third down and guys are running the wrong routes on certain concepts. Guys end up in the same areas on routes where they're not supposed to be. Guys not like that last play where Love it looked like he threw a duck and that safety came over and picked it off to end the game. Like Benkert was explaining that you need to fight back through contact on that if you're any type of veteran receiver, but we have no veterans on our team. We have no one teaching our receivers. Like there's not a guy in the receiver room to help these guys and learn like basic things. And it's like, yes, they're all talented, they're all athletic, but like at some point they need someone to like teach. They need like a Cobb in there. They need like a Devontae in there. They need one of these like veteran receivers that have been in the league forever to just teach them basic stuff. And it's like, it's a lot of growing pains.
The Packers are a lot like my dynasty team. It's really young, but you know the years ahead look bright. Jordan Love's gonna get on track.
Don't. I don't even want to hear that.
They're gonna win a Super Bowl probably for the next 5 years. They're just young right now. Hopefully we get a high draft pick.
It's been frustrating to watch. I'm not fully ruling out hope yet. Big game this week. I'm surprised the line on. I mean, we'll get to that game anyway, but we play the Vikings this week, and it's tough to say must win. Week 7 into the season? No, week 8 into the season. It's tough to say must win, but I mean, if you want to, I don't know. It's not must win. Like, I think there's going to be a 9-win team in the playoffs in the NFC.
Might be an 8-win team.
Yeah, honestly, get us in there.
Could be a 7-win team, maybe 6-win.
Are we doing another?
No, that was good. I got it.
Okay, that's where we're capping.
5's not good.
Okay, yeah, let's not get crazy. You guys good to move into week 8?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it, boys. We got Tampa against Buffalo on Thursday night tomorrow, or technically today for the boys. Podcast coming out Thursday mornings, filmed Wednesday nights, and we're on Spotify now, boys. Pretty sweet. Yeah. You can go YouTube or Spotify to listen / watch the pod.
We're on the trending page right below Rogan for popularity. So
love that.
Should be easy.
Sweet. Yeah, so it's Bucks Bills in Buffalo. Buffalo's a 9-point favorite, over under 43.5.
Yeah, I don't think the Bills are that good. I think there's a lot of frauds this year. I don't think there's a clear one team that is a clear favorite to win the Super Bowl. I would have said it was the Niners a couple weeks ago, but they're falling apart. mostly because they're not healthy. But yeah, I don't love the Bills 9 here. So I would take the Buccaneers +9, but I do think the Bills win.
Yeah, I got the Bills as well. I think they're going to bounce back. That loss to New England could not have felt great. You could see Josh Allen frustrated, and I don't know what the Buccaneers are going to be doing with Baker here soon. So I think his clock is kind of ticking, and time time to prove himself might run out, and they might be forced to say, okay, well, if we're going to be rebuilding, who else do we got in this locker room? Oh yeah, Kyle Trask. Let's see what he's about. So might see Kyle Trask on Sunday or Thursday. My bad.
No more bacon.
No more bacon. He did too much bacon. He set off the fire alarms. Sprinklers went off. No, Baker needs to get out the kitchen. Honestly,
That was a great analogy, P. Love that. Love that insight.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, they need a get right game. This has to be the get right game. The Buccaneers defense worries me a little bit because Josh Allen's a turnover machine, and the Bucks defense has played really well this year. But it has to be the Bills.
Josh Allen turnover machine. What the heck, dude?
He is.
This guy's a gunslinger. Let him
He
sling.
loves. Yeah, just like Favre.
Let him press every button on the controller and just move his body in every direction. I love Josh Allen, dude. The most fun thing about Josh Allen is having him on my fantasy team, and I have like 2 points every week going into the fourth quarter, and then he just ends with like 25. It's so fun. It's just electric. It's like a rush. It's like I'm just like trailing, not having a great fantasy week, like whatever, okay. And it's like fourth quarter, boom, like 20 points. It's pretty sick.
Love to see it.
I'm going Bills. Bills at home. I think they roll. Next game, we got Vikings-Packers in Green Bay. Over under 42. The line is even.
Yeah, I'm smacking. I'm putting the mortgage on it again. I don't want to call it my lock of the week because that's gonna be a player prop. But give me the Vikings by at least 10 here.
it's a bold call. I don't know how many houses Connor's got. He keeps throwing mortgages out there like they're nothing. I'm also taking the Vikings here. I just think that their firepower is kind of crazy, and I just see them putting more points on the board than the Packers, which is what winning is. So,
I think the Packers have to get back on track here at some point this season, and it starts this week to run the table and go undefeated and take the division away from the Lions. I got the Packers over the Vikings.
I'm going to go back to. Back home in Lambeau. Everybody just relax. Our defense is going to show up. A couple picks against Kirko. Kirko comes back to earth a little bit. Our defense is going to have to play good for us to win because our offense has just been abysmal. And let's get Aaron Jones the ball like 30 times. Don't care if this guy's injured. Don't care if he has like one ankle. This guy, feed him. I want 30 touches. Not 20, 30. He's getting like 10 to 12 touches a game. Get our best player the ball.
He should just take 10 snaps without Jordan Love even in there.
I don't care. Yeah. Take Love out of the game, go Wildcat. They love Dylan so much, they want to have Dylan in half the game. There you go. Have them both in. I want to see a lot of 2 running back sets. We got away from that, but that was super successful for us week 1. We had Dylan and Jones in like a ton of plays week 1 together. I'd be fine with that. Get back in the swing. We got Watson back. Watson's a playmaker too. Get Watson some quick passes and just see if he can take one as well. And then set him up. Jones is already at 23 carries on the game. Low play action. Let's see what happens. Packers are winning now. Come on. Go Pack, go, baby. We still got a little faith.
It's worth noting that obviously Justin Jefferson's going to be out. But who needs Justin Jefferson when you have Jordan Addison, baby?
He had one great play.
He had 120-something yards and a touchdown. I think
touchdowns.
he's second in the league when it comes to touchdowns.
got 5 touchdowns already. Some 6 maybe.
Second in the league.
When Jefferson's back, TJ Hawkinson's wide receiver 2 probably. Addison wide receiver 3. Right now he's shining because Jefferson ain't playing, but when Jefferson comes back, he'll come back down.
Addison's always been a dog. ever. It was Belikanov winner. It was the number one receiver in college football. Dude gets receptions like it's his job. I think he was the perfect complement to Jefferson. And whether Jefferson's in or out, I think Addison's a great football player. I don't want to argue that just because they're playing the Packers this week.
Yeah, he's great. He's still gonna be wide receiver 3.
Can
on the team, but
Jair
he's
finally
great.
come back too? That'd be real nice to have Jair lock up Addison this week.
Josh, it's funny hearing you talk about Addison when you took Quentin Johnson over him in the Dynasty draft there.
Yeah, that was a mistake as of right now, but we got 8 more years on their careers. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it is very early. Addison looks good. I was completely wrong in the sense of I went after KJ Osborne thinking he was going to be wide receiver 2 in that offense this year while Addison kind of developed, and I was completely wrong on that. Osborne has not looked great. And Osborne's pretty young too. Osborne's only 26. So I really thought he was going to cook this year, like get his shot at being like wide receiver 2, like come out. He had a couple big games last year and he just is not. I mean, he's been okay. He's been
He looked good
fine.
early.
He's done his role.
Addison, yeah, once Addison kind of developed into his role, that's when Osborne got quiet. But yeah, he looked good the first couple weeks.
Osborne's a lot like Curtis Samuel or Tyler Boyd kind of guy. Not great.
I like that
Oh, yeah.
comparison.
He's a good
I
wide
think
receiver
Tyler
3.
Boyd. Tyler Boyd is the perfect comparison, honestly.
I'm taking Boyd over AJ, but that's just me.
I think I would too. It's close though. Next game we got Rams Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas is 6.5 point favorites. Over under 45.5.
See, this is why I wish I didn't go first here, but this one's a toss up.
You can switch. You can switch. We could swap it this time.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
I got it. Rams are healthy. Cooper Kupp and everyone else is playing.
I think so. Cup and Puka are playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams here. I do think Dallas is to bounce back at some point, but I like the Rams for this game.
Yeah, I like Dallas at home. I don't know if I like the 6.5 points, but I like them to win. That call was they got kind of robbed this past week against Pittsburgh, where they said that Kenny Pickett got the first down when he didn't, and then they just let the clock run. I thought that was kind of silly. But I still think they have a really good team. Their run game, the Rams' run game is non-existent with Kerwin on IR and Akers out of the building and Ronnie Rivers on IR. They called 2 dudes off the couch to come run the ball, and they're serviceable. But I think Dallas is just more of a solid team. Give me Cowboys at home.
Yeah, this one's super close, but I'm also taking the Cowboys. I think the defense is gonna pin their ears back the entire game, and Stafford is gonna be under duress.
Interested. I actually like the over in this game a lot, over 45.5. And I think Cooper and Puka are just going to eat. But I think the Cowboys win in a shootout. All right, boys. Falcons, Titans. Ooh, wow. 35.5 over under. Atlanta's a 2.5 point favorite in Tennessee. Oh, that is very low. The lines in general are very low this week.
Sounds like Tannehill's not going, so we're getting. Vrabel said Malik and will both play most likely. He said expect to see both of them at Q. So,
Play the Falcons defense.
Dual quarterback system.
0 points for Tennessee.
Real quick, boys. Guess what the highest over under of the week is?
42.
56.
Something with the Dolphins. I don't know. 45.
It is 46.5. Bears Chargers.
Bears Chargers.
Normally you see a couple games in the 50s, like every week.
Is Fields supposed to be back this week?
It's doubtful.
I don't know. The Bears' backup quarterback. They're taking the over.
Yeah. In regards to the Titans-Falcons game, super close. I did not know that both Malik and Will are going to play. I'm a big fan of Malik, not a fan of Will at all. Give me the Titans here.
Wow.
I'm going ATL. I mean, they found ways to win football games. You heard Arthur Smith say, "Don't come after my boy Ritter when he be winning football games." He's 4-3, about to play a Titans team that doesn't have an identity. They don't know what they are. The only thing I heard coming out of Tennessee was they know they don't want King Henry, which is the silliest thing I've ever heard. So if your identity is let's get rid of the only thing that's close to our identity, then you don't have an identity. So give me Atlanta, who at least knows how they're going to beat you with 3 running backs, no matter who they are, and just
Yeah.
playing safe.
All right, I'm
Give me
switching.
Atlanta.
I'm switching. I'm going to Tennessee here.
What are we doing?
No,
Didn't you pick Tennessee before, and you just said you're going to Tennessee? You just switched to the
No.
same team you picked.
no, I'm going. Oh, sorry, I'm going to the Falcons here.
Okay. We got. Just wanted to make sure you go Falcons. Got you.
How many fireball
Yep,
shots have you
yep.
sneaked in over there, Connor?
No sir, no sir.
Nick must have been super convincing on that one, huh?
No, I forgot about Bijan completely because he had that headache last week. I don't know what's going on with that. I heard that the Falcons might actually get punished for not listening on the injury report. And then
Bijan headache gate.
We're talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think Bijan's also due for a touchdown here. I think he's only got 2 on the season. That might be my lock of the week. So lock
Bijan's
it in.
got 0, I thought.
He's got a
Look that
touchdown.
He's got receiving touchdowns at least. He's found the end zone.
He doesn't
I
have
don't
any
know how.
rushing touchdowns, I don't think, right?
I'll look it up for you boys.
And the Titans shipped Kevin Byard, just like low-key one of the best safeties in football, to the Eagles for low-key nothing.
Dude,
So,
the
I think
Titans and
Tennessee-
Eagles are actually colluding, and it's cheating.
They might be. They
They are
low-key
cheating, bro.
might be.
Vrabel's getting paid under the table to just slide all their good players to the Eagles.
AJ Brown for Traylon Burks straight up. Say less.
So whoever said Bijan had 0 rushing touchdowns was correct. He's got 0 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns. The 2 on the season through week 7.
And you're taking him to get a touchdown. That's what I'm hearing because he's due. The due factor. I love the due
That's
factor.
not my lock of
I
the
do
week,
too.
but I'm going to sprinkle on it.
Yeah.
We'll sprinkle.
Uh,
We'll sprinkle the
Well,
Bijan.
Sprinkle never hurt anyone.
It's hard to pick the Titans in this game because you're going to have Malik Willis go in, throw an interception, and then Will Levis is going to come in on the next drive, throw an interception, and then they go back to Malik Willis, throw another interception. So
No identity. Yeah.
It's going to be tough. And if they trade Derrick Henry, they're basically selling the season at that point. They're just
I mean,
saying,
I
like,
think
oh,
that's the yeah.
yeah, trade
agree,
Derrick
I
Henry,
agree.
sell the season, throw Tajay out there, get him some work. See how high of a draft pick you can get. Falcons got this one easy.
Can we let Drake London just cook too? Just let him cook. Like, what else we got going on over there? Let my man Drake London cook. This man's what, 22, 23 years old, like 8 feet tall out there. Just looks ginormous. Just let him cook. Come on, for the one time, for the fantasy team, for the dynasty squad.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, let Pets
Yeah.
cook too. Honestly, I love.
They were
Pitts.
looking. They both had good games last week. It was the first time I really saw like the passing side of Atlanta, and without Bijan, I mean, I thought Atlanta played a really sound, like well-rounded game of football last week. I don't know how they're just winning games with Ritter out there because I think he's atrocious, but they're making it work. So
I hate Atlanta's coach. He's so like frustrated. He's just so annoying to watch. Like something
you
about
know
him
why-
just grinds my gears.
now you know why that linebacker called him Zerg. It's actually Zerg.
I'm gonna go Falcons on the road. I don't know. I feel like that's a trap though. I feel Tennessee's just a
not a
scrappy,
trap.
weird team. I don't know.
That's an actual freebie. It's not a trap.
The line's 2.5 though.
That's what I'm saying. It's a freebie.
Okay. All right. Next game, here you go, Connor. Saints Colts in Indy. Saints are 1-point favorites, over under 43.5.
Super Bowl rematch from like I think over a decade ago
2009.
now.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. I'm never gonna pick against the Colts on this podcast. Something I just can't do as a fan. Last week I didn't feel as good about picking the Colts, but I still picked them. I like them a lot more this week. Gardner Minshew. I don't know if you guys saw his stats last week. Pretty good for the kid.
He's fun to watch.
Give me the Colts. Yeah, give me the Colts, and then I think that they got a deadly duo of Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor in that backfield. They're actually splitting carries right now, believe it or not. But Jonathan Taylor's finally finding his legs here. So, yeah, give me the Colts. unless the
This is
rest
a
have
tough.
anything.
It's a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm actually gonna agree with Connor. I'm actually gonna take the Colts at home as well. I think the Saints are kind of trash after watching that Jags game. I think they had a lot of opportunities to win that game, and they put a lot of pressure on Carr and the offense. And I don't think that team can rely on that offense to score points. And it's clear that Indy's offense is going to score points. That's like the one thing they've pretty much done consistently this year is put points on the board. So again, similar to my reason for picking the Vikings, I think the Colts score more points and win this game.
Moreau really
Yeah,
tucked us out of a playoff game, a fun playoff on Thursday night game last week, dropping that
Little fun
touchdown.
stat for the Colts here. The only team in the league to score more than 20 points each game this season is the Indianapolis Colts, believe it or not.
There you go.
I don't believe it.
Colts have been putting up numbies.
Yeah, this one is super tough to pick. The Saints offense is basically just panic and throw to Alvin Kamara every play. So until they figure that out and start hitting some of their receivers downfield, I just don't see them putting up enough points to keep up with the Colts. So I'll take the Colts.
Does
Wow.
anyone know if sorry to cut you off?
No,
Does anyone
you're
know if Olave is going to be around this weekend? Like, is he's good
He's
to
good.
go?
He's good.
I think
Okay.
it's good, yeah.
Got you.
A little run in with the law never hurt nobody.
You know,
It's just
going
a
double
little
the
bit.
speed limit. You know, it's a nice little double up every
He wasn't
once
even
in a while.
drinking. He's fine.
No
He had to
drinking.
get his dog to the hospital.
Yeah, I saw a lot of memes though about how Derek Carr makes his wide receivers go
Saw that,
crazy.
too.
It's like, dang, uncalled for.
Yeah.
Talking like you don't have a couple speeding tickets. Everyone's got a couple of those.
Hand up. Yep, I've got a couple. Not gonna lie. I've been. Let's do a quick law check for the pod. A little background check for the boys. Let's see how well I really know you guys. How many run-ins in the law have we had on this pod? I've been pulled over 4 times. 3 for speeding, one for passing and a no passing. Only have secured 1 ticket. We went to court. We fought it. Our cop showed up after specifically
Rare.
telling me he wasn't going to show up if I
That
showed
cop's
up.
a different breed. Cop's
He
a
showed
different
up.
breed.
He's like, yeah, this guy was definitely speeding. And I was like, what the heck, man? I thought we had a deal arranged here and I had to pay a nice fine, but we took the points off the license and we're good. So 4 pulled over. I feel like those are pretty standard numbies. Maybe a little
I'm
high.
a rule follower. I do not have any run-ins. I follow the rules for the most part. I have not even been pulled over, ticketed, none of that. So
It's impressive.
I got
I,
pulled over once,
go
and
ahead.
I got a ticket for going like 85 and a 70.
I was with you.
Yeah, Jake was asleep when I was getting pulled over and woke up to the cop walking up to the car. And then I also got questioned for a stabbing once. That was it.
Wow.
it's going to happen.
You said,
Yeah.
It was him, officer. It was him.
I was
Suspicions have been confirmed.
Yeah, I was outside the liquor store waiting for liquor, and then the cop like circled and stared at me, and I was like, that was weird. Maybe we should just leave. And then they came back around the second time, and I was like, he's definitely coming to talk to me. And he walked up and he like asked for my license and was like, you match like the exact description of someone that just claimed they got stabbed or stabbed someone. So I was like, yeah, it wasn't me. And he was like, yeah,
Seems legit.
fair enough.
Seems legit. Have fun tonight.
That guy was very convincing. He said he didn't do it.
Yeah.
because I have a future career in a safety-sensitive position, specifically the airlines, I don't want to disclose how many times I've been pulled over. That's confidential information. I will say what's on my record. I've almost had my license suspended, so that speaks enough. I feel like I think I had 5 points on my record, and 6 is when you get suspended. A lot of speeding, and had one run-in. Everyone has one run-in with a cop who's just got it out. There was an infamous cop in my old subdivision that liked to camp out, and he got me for running a stop sign, and then added 3 more things onto my ticket. So that was where most of the points came from. Tried to go to court to fight it. They knocked off a point. So I didn't get my license suspended, but it was pretty close. But ever since then, I think it's been 3 years without a ticket now. So most of my points came within a couple of years of having my license. So everyone's kind of gun ho when they first get their license at 16, but we settled down here.
I was the same
We
way.
matured.
I had all 4 of my pullovers before 19.
Yeah.
So it happens. I don't know. We had Ricky Bobby on the pod. Holy. But he just wants to go fast.
I rear-ended somebody over in Pontiac, and it was a pretty minor accident, and I got sued. Won the
Dude
lawsuit.
just said he wasn't going to disclose any information and disclosed it all. He gave
No,
points. He gave at least 3 examples.
Everything that I said is public record, so when they do a background check on me, they're gonna see all that. But
Oh, so there are things that aren't public that you're saying happened.
I've been pulled over and then kind of talked my way out of the ticket. I've heard that having a military. I've heard that having a military ID helps a little bit, from what I've heard. But every time, I've only been pulled over once with my military ID. I flashed him the ID.
That's not the only thing you flashed him, bud. Getting out of those.
Did you try to do what Olave did and just say, "I'm on the Saints"? Did you say that? I'm on the Saints.
And
it was. I got a ticket for tailgating a cop. It was like gridlock traffic, and I guess I was.
You got a ticket for tailgating a cop? You didn't know it was a cop?
It was gridlock traffic, so we were barely moving.
But he was pressing the cop.
He turns his lights on, and then I'm like, for me right now. And comes up to my window, and he goes, "Let me see your license." So with the license, I gave him the military ID, just handed it right back, and then wrote me a ticket. So didn't go well.
Nice.
So the military ID doesn't work to get out of tickets, is what you're saying.
We got sidetracked. Connor's record is a long. If there's one thing any military personnel got from this, it's like they have a delinquent in their presence. So
interesting.
Yeah.
How we do?
Military people have DUIs though.
Have you guys ever been pulled over by a lady cop?
I wish. I would have definitely got out of that.
I was 1-0 on lady cop experiences. No big deal.
No big deal.
All right, back to the football, boys.
Football.
We got Patriots Dolphins in Miami. Miami's a 9-point favorite. Over under 46.5.
I'm not touching the spread. I just don't know with the Dolphins, but yeah, Dolphins straight up money line. I like that.
Man, it is very hard to fade the Patriots after they beat the Bills, but I am gonna take Miami as well.
Yep, I think Belichick is gonna press Tyreek the whole time and have 2 safeties dedicated to only Tyreek, and the Dolphins are gonna win either through Waddle or on the ground.
We're going the Fins. We're going the Fins, boys. Sweeping them. Jets, Giants. It's weird that the Giants are the home team here because it's their home team stadiums. Interesting game. Jets -3, over under 36.5.
Jets all day. They're just rolling right now. I like them a lot.
Do we know if it's Danny Dimes or Tyrod yet?
We don't.
Nope.
I think we're leaning towards Tyrod again.
Then I'm leaning towards the Giants. I'm going to just assume that Tyrod starts and the Giants win. And if Danny Dimes sits up and I lose, so be it. But that team plays 100 million times better with a quarterback that just isn't like the word unprofessional. It's like he doesn't know how to play professional quarterback at any level, whether it's like throwing the football or being a leader or any of that. It's just weird how they paid him so much money to just not be it. So I'm gonna go Giants with Tyrod, and then when Danny Dimes shows up and we lose, that's what happens.
That's interesting. I like Daniel Jones a lot. I mean, all the games I've watched a few Giants games this.
Did you watch a Giants football game in 2023? I'm just curious.
I have, yep. I think they had a couple primetime games, if I'm not mistaken. But every game I've watched, it's been the offensive line and not the quarterback.
Offensive lines are important.
They are.
So the Jets, I think the Jets have to win enough games to let Aaron Rodgers return to make a playoff run. So the NFL is going to make that happen. It just has the ratings of Rodgers' first game back is going to be insane. The NFL knows it. They have to It has to happen. Jets are gonna win for sure.
Conspiracy theory time. Rodgers never even tore his Achilles, and he's just plotting to come back. That'd be a huge conspiracy. And then he leads him to a Super Bowl. Imagine. And a stacked AFC. That'd be very interesting. I'm going to take the Jets, too. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be a good game. Jets defense, I just trust a lot more than the Giants defense. Even though the Giants defense has been solid, honestly. Next game, we got Jags Steelers in Pittsburgh. Jacksonville's a 2.5-point favorite, over under 42.
That's tough because I don't really like either team. I'll give credit where credit's due. The Jags are not bad. I don't think they're good either, but I can't say the Steelers are good either. That one's really a toss-up. But
flip a coin, no
I
bus.
think the Steelers are pissed. I think the Steelers are pissed just like the Colts are after getting screwed by the refs. No, they made okay, never mind. But I do think the Steelers win this game.
I see where you're going with that. This is a classic game, honestly. I have some very good childhood memories of the Jags beating Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, especially some David Garrard and Maurice Jones-Drew action in the playoffs. I think back to our 2018 AFC Championship run. We beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh when they had Le'Veon and Antonio. This is not those teams. We are not the underdog in this situation. The Steelers will continue to lose at home to the Jaguars, but this one will be not nearly as entertaining to watch. Give me Jags by a million.
Yeah, I am also on the Jaguars side. Jaguars are flying under the radar and are super solid, flying under the radar right now.
I'm also on the Jags. I think Pittsburgh is the worst 4-2 team I've seen in a long time. Pittsburgh just looks so bad, and their defense is bailing them out hard, and Pickens has just been able to come up with some clutch big catches in key times for Kenny Pickett, and I think Kenny Pickett is absolutely awful.
Najee's terrible too. That guy might not be literally in football in like a year or two.
He might be the worst starting running back in football. He's got to be.
It's bad. And every time I watch Jaylen Warren come in, I'm like, this dude hits the hole with some explosion. Like, this dude knows how to run. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. We got Eagles Commanders in Washington. Phillies 6.5-point favorites, over under 43.5.
Yeah, the Commies play up to the opponents. I think it was the Eagles that they almost beat earlier this season.
OT.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the Eagles here, but I do think they win this game.
I agree. I mean, the Eagles on the road to definitely cover that 6.5.
Yep, this one's easy. Eagles with at least 3 tush pushes at some point in the game.
Over under how many tush pushes they have.
Do they even need that though in this game?
It doesn't matter. Any spot they're in third and
matter.
1, fourth and 1, they just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are they even going to end up in third and fourth and 1? I think it's just going to be a blowout.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but someone could get tackled on the goal line.
I feel like
happen.
I feel like those are more random variants than like. I don't know.
I love hearing the news out of the Commanders camp that their first round corner is taking 0 snaps, and their production in the DB room went up like 300% because this dude is just so bad and selling the bag so hard. I can't even remember his name. Yeah.
Interesting. AJ Brown continues his streak of 125 plus yard games, does he? I think he's at like 5 or 6 in a row now, which is insane. Devonta Smith has been real quiet over there, Josh.
As long as he has the coach's family hostage, he's going to get the yards and the touchdowns. Release the kids.
Hashtag release the kids.
He's been eating, bro. He gave me a chance in my one fantasy league. He gave me a chance. I was down like 27, and you get like bonuses for 100 yards and like big catches. He got me 32, so I was up like 5.95 going into Monday night against Jake Moody, and that 55-yarder buried me. I lost by 0.1.
Jake Moody's been missing too.
I've been eating in fantasy though, boys. Like if you boys need fantasy advice, throw them in the YouTube comments. Crone Man will come through and comment and get you guys some. We'll fix the teams. We'll get everything sorted because all my teams are primed for Super Bowl runs. All 3 leagues. Like we got dogs everywhere. I'm 5-2, 5-2, 4-3, and my teams are dogs.
Can I send you my roster and then you tell me who I should trade and who I should keep?
Definitely.
Thanks.
Got you.
The only problem with your fantasy Super Bowl push here, Jake, is that you probably got to go through me. And I think you're 0-6 all time against me.
I'm just hoping we end up on separate sides of the bracket. Because that is true. Connor just weirdly has my number. I mean, I'm going to have a bye. I mean, you're going to be. We'll see if you even make it to my round, bud.
Oh, come on, cuz. We got like a 40-point differential, and I just had Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on a bye. So it's smooth sailing from here on out.
I'm just saying, bro. We'll see. I'm a game up on you. I got the tiebreaker, too, so I'm basically 2 games up on you. And I'm not losing anytime soon. The memes have been hot, too. Every single week, the memes have been hot. Saw some good custom memes. Also, if you guys want to buy some memes off me, we can make something happen. We could hit the Venmos, and we'll make some memes for your guys' teams. We'll get some good ones.
What do you mean you got the tiebreaker over me?
Points scored.
Okay. Yeah, okay, through right now, but it's close.
Jake's got the Travis Kelce cheat code with Taylor Swift coming to these games.
For real, bro.
Anytime. Have you seen the stats compared to Taylor Swift there versus Taylor Swift not there?
It's 99 to 44.5.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
It's crazy. All right, next game, boys. Sorry, too much. I won't mention that. I feel like a lot of people hate hearing about other people's fantasy teams. That's like one big thing. But
Especially
it's like,
when they're doing good.
I know. It's the worst. Sorry, boys.
I'd rather hear about misery.
Yep. Texans Panthers in Carolina. Houston's a 3-point favorite. Over under 43.5.
Boys know what's coming. Frank Reich, head coach. Give me the other team. Always, 100%. It's a lock. You never pick Frank Reich when he's coaching an NFL team. So give me the Texans.
Dude just picked against an 0-6 team and acted like that was a hard choice. Anyway, I think we might see CJ Stroud ultimate rookie game here. I'm gonna guess 3 picks and they still win. So Texans, that's how bad the Panthers are. I'm just pointing out that is how atrocious of a team the Panthers are. But I still think the Texans win.
In all fairness, just to respond to P here, I've been saying it since.
You can say it all you want.
No, I've been saying it since early in the season. They weren't 0-6 when I started dissing Frank Reich. Throwing that out there.
So you're just picking against them every week then. It's just a lock for you.
He could go to the Eagles. I'm still going to pick against them every week.
Gotcha. I see.
Texans. Easy.
We're riding Panthers, boys. The Panthers are getting their first win. Thielen's got the team on his back, bro. Thielen, hot take. Okay, this is a real hot take. Thielen leads the NFL in yards this year. Thoughts?
No.
Thoughts?
Not a shot, no.
Okay, let's not get crazy. He probably won't lead, but like I think he has sneaky like top 5, top 10 potential. Like very good year, 1,000-yard year, probably like 10+ touchdowns.
You can get to 1,000. You know Tyreek's at 902 right now.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's the problem. I mean, there's a couple of problems. But Tyreek's due for an injury too. Tyreek loves to like have a hamstring.
This is true. He'll miss a couple of games and still get 2K.
Thielen might be the most productive old receiver in like the last 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
It's interesting. All right, yeah, but Panthers get their first win. Texans don't scare me, honestly. Texans don't scare me.
They don't scare me either, but that's what I'm saying. They could play a really bad football game and still beat the Panthers. Panthers might not score a point the rest of the year, honestly.
A point?
A single point.
That's possible.
Okay.
Imagine they get shut out 5 times in a row and you can just run this clip back.
That'd be impressive. Browns Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle's 3.5-point favorites, over under 38.
I like the Seahawks here. I think Deshaun Watson is trending towards being out. if I'm not mistaken.
He's already ruled out. He got ruled out today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I like the Seahawks here. PJ Walker is pretty bad. So how can you not pick the Seahawks here?
Wow. You just called the XFL would have been MVP bad.
Before he was at the
Trash.
XFL, he was a practice squad legend with the Colts. You cut him, you bring him back.
All paths lead back to the Colts.
They
He
do.
was also
They do.
he was also a better quarterback than Bryce Young because he actually won football games with the Panthers. I remember specifically him going to Detroit and dropping like 30 on their head in his like first ever start. Love PJ. Give me the Browns here. No analysis beyond that.
Fair enough. Yep, this matchup's tough. Could you repeat the matchup again?
Brown Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle's 3.5-point favorites.
Okay. Let me think for like 1 second. Hold on.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Why?
Let them cook.
Who?
Everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. The Seahawks have looked a little off. I think PJ's going to get better as the year goes on because Deshaun Watson doesn't barely exist on the team anymore. So
Bro,
Browns defense is tough.
don't say it. Yes.
Ways. I'm going Browns.
There you go. You could literally just say one name. See, the thing is, I can pull one name out of my head that just will end this game before it even starts, and that's Myles Garrett. He just proved that he's the best. He's so crazy. He's blocking kicks. He's getting 8 tackles, 2 sacks, forced fumble, recovering for a touchdown. He's blocking field goals. I'm gonna fuck. The whole Seattle team could show up. I don't care. Myles Garrett wins the football game by himself.
Myles Garrett is a
My
dog.
response to that would be Kenneth Walker. He's having an insanely good year.
Under
Super
50
young
yards. Under 50.
Yeah, it'd be criminal if I didn't mention it. Jake
Side
Bobo
bets.
with probably the catch of the year
Dude,
so far.
That catch was crazy. I will give you that.
But Jake Bobo catch of the year right now.
That Bobo catch was nasty.
Was it better than the Kyle Pitts behind the back catch?
That was pretty
No,
sick too.
that was sick. Bobo toe tapped like a mother though. That was crazy. It was a crazy toe tap.
Right, it reminded me of old Jordy toe taps.
Yeah,
Man, I miss Jordy.
like caught the ball like almost behind, like over the top, like he really, and then he toe tapped just like for a split second. It was crazy.
Back shoulder Jordy.
I miss Jordy, man. It's just never the same without
White
Jordy.
lightning.
Yeah, I miss Jordy a lot. All right, we still got 5 games left, boys. Holy.
Cook.
We are cruising at a snail's pace right now, but
Let's cook.
let's just cook,
right
boys.
here.
Let's just cook.
Fast pick.
Chiefs Broncos. I'm not gonna say the lines.
No, just give me the Chiefs.
Broncos.
All right,
No, I'm
what
just kidding. Chiefs.
Yeah, there you go.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
It's in Denver,
All right.
so Taylor Swift may not be there.
Bro, that game could be in fucking. I never mind.
Ravens Cardinals
Ravens.
in Arizona.
These are
Ravens.
quick ones.
Ravens look really good. Bengals Niners.
I picked against them last week, so I'm gonna continue that trend. Give me the Bengals here.
Yeah, who day?
No Purdy.
Who day?
Purdy
Purdy,
ruled out?
Yeah,
questionable. He's not ruled out. Well, he's ruled out officially.
yeah, he's out.
I know he's in concussion protocol,
He's
but
out.
he can still pass. Okay, he's
out.
out. He's out. He's out.
Who's the backup?
I don't
Sam Darnold.
know. Oh,
Ooh, that one's tough.
He's a good backup. I actually saw a San Francisco beat writer say that he throws the best pass he's seen any 49ers quarterback throw ever. Better than Steve, Joe Montana, all of them. Like just the way it looks, not that he's a better quarterback. I'm
Is he
taking
blind?
Joe Burrow.
Is the reporter blind?
I mean, maybe.
It's called writing for clicks.
I don't know. This game's tough. Without Purdy starting, Sam's a decent backup, but I don't know. What's the Bengals' record right now?
3-3.
Oh, the Bengals are going to turn around.
1 and
make
2 on the
playoffs.
road. And they
got
are
it
on the
together.
road.
They're on a 2-1 now, or 2-1 in the last three, something like that.
I'll go Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals too. Against
Niners
backup.
dropped 3 in a row.
That's interesting.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Niners team is definitely better than the Bengals, but the quarterback situation is a big problem in this game here.
I have a take. I think what happened to the Lions is kind of happening to the Niners. I think that, like, the longer we get into these seasons, the more games of film you have to watch on these defenses, and you have to be able to adapt. So it's like once you get your stuff figured out a little bit, like the Niners, like I was really surprised how easily Minnesota moved the ball, and I think it's probably because they watched how Cleveland moved the ball and just figured out how to beat them, and the Niners haven't been able to change their scheme. And I think that's kind of why we saw the Lions get shell shocked, because their defense was doing good. I mean, I saw delusional Lions fans you guys are familiar with saying, "Oh, the least amount of rushing yards per game since the '85 Bears." It's like, bro, it's week 5. Let's calm it down. Week 6, 7. Like, we're not the '85 Bears. And then all of a sudden, we've given up 100 yards in the first half to a team that's up by 40. I just think it was a good. It was, yeah, it was a good, like, these defenses, once they get figured out, I think they're kind of hard to piece back together until they get it. Like, they'll figure it out. I think the Niners will get it back on track, but I think Joe Burrow is going to keep exposing whatever they're doing unless they change it up.
Anytime I hear Lion slander, it's just music to my ears. That was just a bad attempt at playing the violin. I didn't even know how to hold it, bro. But give it our all there. Bears Chargers in LA. 8.5.
Is the NFL plant going to be there?
They are at home.
Crazy Lady's there. She's obviously a plant. I think that's not debatable at this point. But I think they win.
Definitely
I
not
think
a
they're trying to
plant.
take you.
It's not a plant. I don't think he's a plant.
She's a plant, 100%.
Okay.
She is kind of the worst, though. I'm not gonna
She
lie.
is the worst, but that's not the same as being a plant.
She seems like a nice lady that's just really passionate.
Yeah, she seems like my mom when she cheers for football. She doesn't know what the fuck's going on. She's just happy to be there,
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like I saw a video of someone with a Swelsey jersey at like a Panthers Vikings game. Like, why would you have a Chiefs Swelsey jersey on at a completely unrelated football game? Just happy to be there. Just supporting the game. Nothing wrong with supporting the game.
Game recognized
Quick
game.
sidebar. Super quick sidebar. Who's more annoying
Sidebar.
to see on the game while you're watching? Is it Taylor Swift, Mahomes, and Jackson? Or is it crazy Asian lady?
I mean,
Definitely.
the slander of Taylor Swift is insane right now. How dare you guys?
I mean,
I
I actually kind of enjoy.
I
the brief little-
love seeing Taylor.
Yeah.
I like watching Taylor
Yeah.
more than I like watching the game. And I have Kelsey
I mean,
on my
I
fantasy
enjoy it.
team.
I mean, I wouldn't go
I'll
that
be
far.
watching a Colts game or an NFC team. I'll be watching the Lions, and they'll still bring up Taylor Swift. They're just going too
It's the
far.
best.
No.
We need more
it's brutal.
Swift.
Someone's sad they didn't have a tour that generated $3 billion in revenue. It's
Connor,
kinda
you're not
sad.
going to the indie concert? I'm going. Taylor
I think
Swift and
Taylor
Indy.
Swift should be on.
I'm going.
Taylor Swift should be on the sidelines and put a headset on and get in Travis's ear and tell him what to do. I think we should do
Facts.
Let her call
actually
plays.
facts. Who was your pick, Connor? I'm curious. I forgot.
Chargers.
You went Chargers? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I like that. Go Chargers.
that. Chargers are struggling. I think they're going to keep struggling, and I think this Bears backup is going to get another 75 tickets to his friends and family, and he's going to lead them to another victory.
They're not going to
It's gonna
LA,
be
bruh.
Wow. Yeah, they are. Oh, the friends
big.
aren't? Yeah.
Maybe like 5.
He's going to invite his entire neighborhood. They're going.
Buddy gets exposed by one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Chargers by 30.
There you go. W.
And Herbert back on MVP track. Let this man cook. Herbert's so good.
Right back on it.
Just let him cook.
Right back on.
Should we pull Jeff in?
Oh, this guy.
Oh, no.
This guy. Let's do the last game, then we'll pull him in. He can speed run all the games.
All right.
Let him sit for a little. Little discipline. We'll go quick though. Lions Raiders. I'm gonna take the Lions.
Last game.
Yep.
I like the Lions.
I'll go Raiders.
As much as I'm rooting for the Lions to continue the collapse, I feel like to keep my record good, I have to take the Lions here.
Okay. Fair.
I couldn't even tell you what running back just ran for 100 on him. I can tell you what running back will do that this week. Josh Jacobs.
Why is it Blackout Wednesday? The day before Thanksgiving is Blackout Wednesday.
It's not the day before Thanksgiving, brother. It's like a month away.
Oh, yeah, not tonight. Oh, sorry, guys.
What's up, Heffa? You ready for this speed run?
Speed round.
Yeah. I'm doing a podcast, sorry.
Just get the picks in. Let's
What
go.
a flex. This guy.
Imagine? We should do Imagine this year.
You ready, Heffa?
Are we
Or what are we
picking?
doing here?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me turn my camera.
There we go.
Let me flip the shit. Ah, fuck.
That's what I thought. Drunk Hefe couldn't pick a game. Sober Hefe comes out and picks a worse
2
slate.
and 11.
How the fuck is this? All right, 1 second. Okay, hi. All right, hit me.
Hi.
You gotta hit me with the spreads. I'm going Vegas trap lines because that's what happened this past week. Hit me.
All right. Bucks Bills. Bills -9.
Bills money line. that
Vikings
game.
Packers even.
Divisional game. It's a 1 o'clock game.
Yep.
Divisional game off an emotional win. Give me the pack.
Let's go, baby. I mean, it might not be a good
They
thing.
lost.
Hefe's picking with us, but Rams Cowboys.
They just
Dallas
lost.
-6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
Give me the Rams.
Falcons Titans. Atlanta's -2.5.
Falcon. Give me the Titans. Home dogs.
Yep.
Yikes.
Saints Colts.
No
Saints
Tannehill.
-1.
Vrabel's great at home. What'd you say? Who?
Saints Colts. Saints -1.
I still believe in the Saints. Give me the Saints.
Let's go. Let's go.
So contrarian.
Patriots
What?
Dolphins. I took Saints too. I took Saints as well. Patriots Dolphins. Dolphins -9.
The Pacers are the Pacers home?
No,
The
Dolphins are.
Dolphins are home.
Second
Yes.
team I say will be the home team.
I mean, I guess give me Dolphins. Give me the Patriots. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yes,
Jets
dude.
Giants. Jets -3.
Jets.
Both are home teams.
Jets.
Jags Steelers. Jags -2.5.
Jags, Steelers. You said the first team that you said is home?
No, second team.
It's at.
Steelers
You go
home.
first
So
team
Jags
at.
at Steelers. I can just say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'll just say that.
Tomlin sucks as a home dog. Give me the Jags.
Eagles at Commanders. Eagles -6.5.
That game was close last time,
OT.
but I think the Eagles figured it out.
Texans at Panthers. Houston -3.
Texans at Panthers. Houston -3. Texans at Panthers. Houston -3.
One more time, you're gonna
Give
spawn
me the
Beetlejuice, bro.
Panthers. Give me the Panthers to win their first game, right?
That's what I said too. Okay. Me and Halfway are riding together this week. Browns
Just through the record. That's what that means.
Browns at Seahawks. Seahawks -3.5.
Give me Seahawks -3.5.
Oh, I love my picks, bro. I might go undefeated this week knowing these though.
Hefe bounce back week. Let my man cook.
Listen, I can't be. I'm due for progression. What's the opposite of regression? The other one.
Aggression.
I'm due. Is what I'm saying. I'm
You
due.
do. The
Segregation.
dude, sprinkle on Hefe. I'm sprinkling Hefe's picks this week. He's due.
right.
Chiefs at Broncos. Chiefs -7.
Mahomes is undefeated against Denver. So give me Mahomes.
Ravens at Cardinals. Ravens -8.5.
Ravens at Cardinals. I like the Cardinals to cover, but the Ravens win.
Bengals at Niners. Niners -3.5.
Give me the Bengals. Niners are banged up. banged up.
Bears at Chargers. Chargers minus 8.5.
8.5. Wow. Well, I mean, give me the Chargers. They have to win eventually, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they can't keep losing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Raiders at Lions. Lions minus 8. Monday night.
Yeah, Lions. I might go down and tailgate. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I might go down and tailgate.
For Monday night?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Wear my Devontae jersey down there?
Why not?
Then, okay. Love it.
Nothing like I doing like roasting some weenies before watching my team lose at home. It's my favorite pastime.
So who's like opposite of me? Who's feeling real confident this week?
Me.
P
I
was
don't
very
know.
I'm
happy.
having a week.
We might have
having a
had
week
one
this week.
pick in common. I think our one pick was Cincy. That was it. I think that's all we had, really.
I'm going 16-0 this week.
There's still bye weeks, my G.
Who's not by this week?
And also,
I don't know.
I thought this week there was no buys.
There might
okay,
be
well,
no
I guess
buys.
there might be no buys.
Yeah, fuck you. 16-0.
Yeah, there's
But
16
we'll
games.
let that out.
There's 16 games.
All right, Hefe. You beat me.
We might have
If
a little
I go
Hefe segment
16-0,
on TikTok. Just do all his
You
picks.
all owe
One
me
clip.
a fifth.
You're not going to do that. If
That's
you
a
go
small ask.
16-0,
I'll agree to
I'll
that.
quit my job.
All right, bet.
Who wins more on that bet? Big P escapes the Matrix or Hefe?
Yeah, I'll take the fucking blue pill if he hits this.
Every week I've been like I put like $1 on all the 16 picks I make, just so like I keep track of myself. So last week was obviously very bad, and I only saw 2 green checks. But this week we're gonna win like $2,000.
2,000?
I don't know what it's gonna look like after I parlay all the money lines, but
Probably more,
Maybe
honestly.
like
Yeah.
6-ish. Yeah,
Because you picked
For
a
$1.
couple dogs.
yeah.
Pick some dogs. Sick boys. Do you guys have any segments prepared? If not, I can just rock out mine and we can call it a day.
Yeah, we still have to touch on locks of the week. I touched on it a little
That
bit
too.
earlier, but I think I just want to touch on it super quick. I think NFL refs are ruining the game. I think at the very least, fine refs, just like you fine players, and get rid of the part-time refs. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything on the diversity hires because
whoa, okay. As the only minority of this podcast, I take
Confirmed
that.
racist.
He's alluding to the women.
Broken the law.
He's got to be alluding to the women. Keep the women off the roads. Keep the women out of the NFL.
You know, all
Wow.
I'm saying
Simple
is,
man.
I don't think there's any Asian refs in the NFL. Okay.
Don't put my name with that.
I'm a simple
And if we had
man.
an Asian ref in the NFL, I don't think we would get any mark wrong. Okay, because the Rams should have won that game. Okay, we're moving chains when they need to be moved. That's all I'm saying.
You should get in there, Jeff.
I don't know how to apply to be an NFL ref. I mean, they get paid. I'd be down.
you gotta be
I think
partially
you go to
blind, legally blind.
NFL.com and then you scroll to the bottom and then you hit submit application.
Got
You
it.
gotta be a lawyer. A lot of those people are lawyers.
You gotta submit a vision test as well, and it has to be worse than 1520.
I wear glasses.
So
Take 'em off.
you're on
He was
break.
joking. That was a joke. He said it has to be worse than 1520. It
Oh,
was a joke. He
I
was
missed
making
that
a
part.
joke. Yeah, he's making
Oh.
a joke.
oh, that was a good one.
These
That's a
Colts
replay.
fans sure know how to host a party.
Yeah. Well, get rid of the part-time refs as well. That should be a full-time position. They shouldn't have any other career. Only NFL.
They're
refs.
lawyers. I just told you what they do.
I know, and I'm saying you
You
gotta
can't
get rid
tell a
of that. They
lawyer
should-
to quit making millions to go throw some flags at some big dummies with CTE.
No, I think you need to have full-time refs. All they do is ref games, and then when they're not refing games, they need to be studying the rule book and just looking at examples. Like look at that. Colts
Imagine
game
you get the call, hey, you have to spend your whole weekend reffing the Falcons-Titans game. We could just got ruined, you know?
Yeah, I mean not as much as a weekend, as much as it is like 4 hours on a Sunday.
Maybe. You think they're from
Yeah.
the area? They probably fly into the area the night before.
They're probably staying at a motel. They
Yeah.
probably don't even have a pool at the motel.
Yeah.
I think I saw something. They make like 250 a year. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's more than six. Or it is six figures. I think it's in the twos though.
I'm gonna do a quick Google search right now when you tell us your lock of the week.
Too
I
much
hit
talking.
one.
Yeah,
I hit
man
one.
said lock of the week
I'm
segment
0
and
and
then
4.
cried about the refs more.
I am 2-2 on locks
tough.
of the week. I hit Gardner Minshew.
Week 5.
interception.
Let me update those.
Oh.
Yeah, and give us a little
Yeah, you
update
should
on
be
this.
2-3. 2-3 probably.
This is week 5, meaning we've only
Oh,
made
so
4 predictions so far.
You're right. You're right. I'm just saying it's week 5.
You'd
I'm
make
also
a great
2-2.
NFL rep. You'd make a great NFL rep.
Hefe's 1 and 4.
Thank
What are you, P?
I'm Hefe can't be 1 and 4 because we've only had 4
He's 1 and
picks,
3.
but
1 and 3.
Okay. I'm 2 and 2. I lost the Russ one. He did not throw for 300.
What are you, Josh?
2-2.
Okay, I'm 0 and 4.
All right, I'm gonna make mine here.
So that's lit.
I would say Gardner Minshew over half an interception again, but I feel like that's kind of cheap. So I'm gonna do Bijan touchdown, anytime touchdown.
You better make sure he doesn't have a headache. God, what a freaking vagina, right? I got a headache. I don't want to play.
bro.
Okay. I mean, are you?
sexism?
It's ridiculous. I was so pissed. That was the only leg on my parlay that missed.
Dang.
He just decided to have a headache. Like, you gotta be shitting me.
Still salty about it. I see.
What are the lines looking like?
I was
don't
just
know.
looking. It's a lot of the lines like aren't out for over under stuff. I'm just looking. Anyone else have their lock good to go? Just rip it.
My lock is Jahmyr Gibbs gets another touchdown after his coming out party last week in the blowout loss.
Like that.
Give me Herbert anytime. He definitely gets a rushing touchdown against the Bears.
Herbert?
Herbert.
Wow.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not Khalil. I don't know what Khalil's status is.
I actually thought you were talking about Khalil.
Give me.
Second that shit, Jeff. Second it.
Why isn't this thing turning? My phone's
That
not
was
turning.
like a.
You're
That
good.
was
Your
such a
turn for
cute-
us.
Yeah, that's a cute
right.
angle. Hold it.
Give me Tyjae Spears.
Stop it. Pause.
Buddy.
Wow. What's that bet?
Pause.
That's gotta be plus, right? That's gotta be nice plus.
Definitely plus money.
Like 6 or 7.
I'm going
No,
plus money too. We're going some hard ones this week, boys. Marquise Brown revenge game, Hollywood Brown, plus 265 to score. He's got to get one.
Ooh.
Cooked that shit.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Sweet boys. The only other thing I'll go through my quick revenge games: Hollywood Brown versus the Ravens. We got Eric Kendricks versus the Vikings. Arthur Smith versus the Titans. Birthdays. A lot of birthdays this week. We got 5 relevant birthdays after having back-to-back weeks of no relevant birthdays. Andy Dalton, Tank Dell,
Happy birthday.
Tank Dell birthday. Austin Hooper, Daniil
birthday.
Hunter, and Darnell Mooney.
Hooper.
Happy birthday.
Money Mooney.
Yep.
Against the bad Chargers secondary. Ooh.
Money Mooney. Happy birthday.
Ooh.
No deaths to report. And then a couple side notes. We got Chris Olave speeding ticket, arrested, but he's free. My boy, he's out. Brittany Jackson and Taylor developed a handshake trifecta. And then Sean McVay had a kid.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, dude. Did I say Rams money line?
You did.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did. Because I knew he was having a kid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of free, my
Dallas,
boy,
right?
I want to mix it up and say lock my boy up. What's going on with Jackson and his court case? Is he done with that?
I don't know.
Lock my boy up.
Lock
He's
my
your
up.
boy? You consider him your boy, you think?
Lock
We
that
should
boy
end
up.
it.
I'll
We
correct
should
you. Lock that boy
just
up.
cut the pod. Lock my boy up.
Connor
And
Jackson
the-
Mahomes stand.
Lock that boy
Connor's
up.
always been a really big Jackson Mahomes guy. So.
Dude, someone had their name and picture on fantasy as Jackson Mahomo.
It's me. Well, it's not my name, but it is. My picture is his mugshot
Dang, bro.
in fantasy.
Jake said digital footprint. What the fuck is that, man?
It's just a picture of Jackson Mahomes' mugshot. I feel like that can't. I feel like that traces back to me. It gives me more of a chance to get hired at the company that's interviewing me.
Interesting.
They're like, this
take.
guy's got jokes.
I made
Diversity
a
hire.
comeback in our league, or in your league.
Yeah, you're doing good. Well, you're not
Your
doing
team
good. You're
looks-
still losing record, but yeah, you're on the come up.
Really
Your
come up.
team looks pretty good for the record you have. I'll give you that.
Listen, Kamara was suspended for 3 games, and Cup was hurt for 4 weeks. So we're playing for the playoffs.
Puka took
Loser.
over. Cup's barely on the team right now.
He's got
It's
Puka
all
too.
Puka.
Loser.
I got Puka too.
You should bench
Loser.
Cup.
I just start both of them. Get the best of both.
Loser.
Nah,
You're a loser.
bench Cup. Play Puka. Play someone else on your bench.
Dude, you want to like pay half of my buy-in and just like set my lineups too?
I'll co-manage with
Oh,
you. if you
Hefe,
want.
our bet's looking real good. Josh is gonna owe us $25 each because we got Herbert versus Fields fantasy points for this year. We're on Herbert, and Fields is just hurt. So Herbert's just racking up a lead right now.
Oh, I forgot we even did that.
Yeah, I got it in my notes section of my phone. So
Huge.
Fields was making a really nice run, and then he got hurt. So
Mm-hmm.
we need something drastic to happen to have Fields come back and overtake Herbert.
I'll never forget when I bet Hefe that Jags Chargers playoff game last year. We did a head-up bet. That was funny.
Oh yeah, I still owe you. I was supposed to buy your buy-in this year. I forgot about that.
Oh, were you? Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot
Dang.
about that too. I literally told you don't pay me, and you're like, I always pay. You were all serious about it.
I was sad.
and then he didn't pay.
Yeah, then I didn't pay.
All right, boys. Should we wrap up the pod quick and then we can hang out and
Yeah,
chill or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
All right, love you,
Yeah,
boys. Thanks for watching.
GG's.
Week 5
Thanks for
quarterback pod.
listening.
Check us out. We're on Spotify now and YouTube. Shout out the boys. Hefe, top left. Josh, top middle. Big P, top right. And we got Tanner,
Eating
bottom
W's.
right him.
Everyone go
Bottom
like
right.
my MySpace page.
Love you guys. Peace.